Alright, you ready to talk about some shit?
Yes! Yes!
Hello everyone, Daniel did a sneaky thing and started recording whilst Chris was clapping with his penis. Impressive, I know, but also not very safe for work. To save your ears, I have replaced these fast clapping sounds with this phrase, fat. Enjoy your innocence, on with the show.
I was just like absent-mindedly slapping it against my hand.
Just playing with your dick, like just whatever.
Well played.
It's not like we can hear it on the mics.
Fap, 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 fap.
The speed.
By the way, we started recording.
Oh.
Fat.
Welcome everybody to the rapturous clap of
Big Dick
Chris's
Tyrone.
Chris's penis. Yes.
Well, you know, that's a good way for people to get to know you who haven't heard you on the show before.
Wait, have you actually started?
Oh yeah, we're recording.
Chris isn't happy with that one. Give us another thunderous applause.
Yeah, Chris, give us a...
Fat.
God, it just does sound meaty, don't it?
I'm like, half of me is debating just like having that as a thing at the start that we laugh at, but also, am I allowed to have the sounds of someone's dick slapping?
Absolutely.
I'll say we run it back.
But run it back, start again.
This can go in the 100 subscribers blooper special.
Hello, Dan.
Joe. Brad.
Chris.
Talking shit.
That is what we do here.
Welcome to our show. Oog, oog.
Podcast.
What have we
Podcast.
just watched, guys?
What have we watched with eyes?
Killer Bean.
Eyes. We watched Killer Bean.
Killer Bean Forever.
Oh,
Come
you better be correcting me on this, buddy.
The much awaited and anticipated remake
4K
of
remaster.
the 2008 masterpiece.
Was it 2008 when the first one came? Well, the original.
It said 2008 at the end, and then this has come out 10 years later, so it's like a
really
little
cool.
Anniversary.
And we've only got to wait 10
little,
years for the next
decade.
Killer Bean.
Yeah, probably.
What else came out in 2018? Or was it the biggest film of the year?
I can't think of
23 million
Probably
views. 23 million views.
True.
Are they actually?
Yeah, go on that. shit.
Infinity
Over
War.
23 million views,
I
baby.
thought it was like 18. Jesus.
So it was.
Bro. Those views are
Yeah,
climbing.
but only just.
Well, Brad, does it have ads enabled? Do you know? Because you know.
No. No, we all do have we don't have ad blocker installed. We watch adverts.
We support content creators.
We support content creators.
Well,
like
you see,
myself.
I'm the one supporting content creators.
No, you're
All
the only
you
one with
guys are
ad
fake
block, aren't you?
fans.
Bro.
No, you're all
Bro,
fake
this guy
fans.
uses ad blocker,
Cringe.
bro.
I don't use ad
Cringe.
block. I'm not sad.
Have you noticed how adblock doesn't work on Pornhub?
Oh, it's so annoying, man.
No, I have not noticed that.
Well, I mean, no, because I don't have it. But you know, I might download it and get back to you on that one.
Cheers, man. I don't know if I need some driver updates or what.
Yeah. Next week, get back to us and we'll see. Sorry, what are we actually doing? Oh yeah, we're talking about Killer Bean. If for some reason, and I say for some reason because I'm going to judge you heavily, for some reason you don't know what Killer Bean Forever is. Bro, cringe. Killer Bean Forever is like this...
Cinematic masterpiece.
That's one word for it, and that would be correct. Who makes it? What's his name
Jeff
again?
Lou.
Jeff
That's
Lou.
the bloke,
Jeff
and he
Lou.
pretty much has made it
He's the
entirely
mastermind.
by himself.
Pretty much. So
Which
Jeff,
is it's a credit. It's well
all
done,
joking
mate,
aside, it's
but-
actually somewhat impressive. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, how long did it took? Bloody ages, but yeah.
Jesus, and you got like kids recreating it on like some shitty Chinese version of Vine or whatever.
I'm sure that's what he wanted his legacy
Joe,
to
have
be.
you ever seen TikToks revolving around Killer Bean?
I haven't, unfortunately. I don't think
Oh.
my TikTok profile is like fits that niche yet. Maybe I need to start searching for Killer Bean.
Definitely start searching for Killer. That
Get that
definitely
in my-
exists.
Get that in my recommended.
That definitely
Yeah,
exists. So, Killer Bean Forever is. I don't even know where to start. It's just so incredible. It's like, how do you explain? How do you explain the Bible to someone who's never read it before? You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
okay. I think we shouldn't do non-spoilers.
oh yeah, who gives a
Because
shit? Like,
yeah,
it's on
exactly.
YouTube.
Okay, so we should. If you are listening to this and you haven't watched it, it's an hour and a half. It's an absolute romp.
Actually, it's only an hour and 24 minutes, so you know, even better.
Even less time then. It's an absolute romp. It'll fly by. You'll
Rock
have a
your
great
socks
time,
off.
and then you can continue. You can continue here if you
Yeah,
if you care that much.
Yeah, or you can
But,
just
you know.
listen to us talk about this masterpiece and kind of
Yeah.
feel it with us, feel the vibe.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like an
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
animated, almost like it's in-engine animated. Like, how do you even describe? Like it's an animated film about a bunch of coffee beans who are like basically humans, but they're coffee beans. But there's only men because this film is sexist. And
Well, are they actually men or are they just genderless?
they've all got male voices.
Mainly because the guy who
Yeah.
voices them all and made the whole thing
Well, yeah. Jeff
kind of
Lewis.
shoehorned himself in there.
The
But
credits at the end are so hilarious. It's just Jeff Lou. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're dudes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not assume
Probably,
genders
but-
here, you know.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Maybe there can be.
Well, they don't
Maybe
have
in the
genitalia.
next one we get some female
How do you
beings.
know
and we
that?
get some
Because-
representation.
In the fight at the end, they're kicking each other in the balls, but there's no balls there.
It's just
But they're
bean
still
area.
acting like they are. They're getting hit in the beanage.
I imagine it's a sensitive area even for women though.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
think babies coming out of there doesn't hurt?
I don't know.
Try it.
Never tried it
Yo,
myself.
hold on.
Give it a
Are
go.
beans like, yo? How are beans born? Because they're like, you know, they're grown, aren't they? So
How are
I
beans?
suppose the
how are
real
beans
question is,
made in
are
this
beans
world?
sentient?
in this magical universe,
It's
Yes.
like what was that film Sausage Party where all the food comes to life? It's like that, but only the coffee beans came to life and humans ceased to exist, so they just became assassins. I don't know.
Killer
I think.
beans.
Oh my god, you could get into this kind of stuff with the Cars movies, where it's like this.
Cars
this,
wishes it could be Killer Bean.
Oh yeah. Like, bro, you've got cars living in like a human world where only like you should be able to only like use these human things, but somehow cars navigate this world perfectly. And it's like humans. I bet there's like some like weird theory about the Cars movie as well.
Oh yeah,
like,
there's that.
Oh, yeah,
God.
for sure. Just go on
There's a-
YouTube.
There's that thing, isn't there, where it's like, if you ever feel useless, just remember that these taxis in the movie Cars.
Who are they driving around?
Oh shit.
Like you would
Maybe
think,
there are
like
humans.
you would think that what's that guy called? The Tater guy. Is that guy?
Mater.
Mater.
Tomater.
Mater. I don't know why I said Tater. He's like
Tater
Samwise
Tot.
Gamgee.
Potatoes.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. But like, yeah, surely he'd be a better taxi for that universe. He's like a
Who?
tow truck.
Oh,
yeah,
tomato.
true,
Oh
true.
yeah.
You're gonna say tomato.
Tomato.
I thought you were on about Samwise Gamgee or how you say it.
Well, how do you pronounce that?
I'm not a fucking nerd.
This noob hasn't seen the films yet. Noob. Everyone point and laugh.
Haha, loser.
You're not pointing.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, how do you know?
Yeah, how do you know you two
No,
can't
no,
afford webcams, you cheap
no,
bitches?
Dan.
Oh,
Hey,
There you go.
I didn't know you were watching me.
I'm not looking, therefore it doesn't exist.
Chris is just like the Chinese government. I didn't realise he was watching me this whole time.
That's what's happening to you two on TikTok.
Hey-oh!
Oh, you guys just don't understand.
Right,
Dan
let's
has a
not get into
Huawei,
this.
man.
Yeah, I know I've got a Huawei. That's why they're still
Huawei.
looking at me.
Huawei
They're watching me
looking ass.
watch Chinese racial stereotypes in Killer Beans. Segway!
Yo.
Yo.
Wait, was it meant to be
Absolute
Chinese? Because I thought it was meant to be Japanese.
He's not meant to be Japanese.
I was thinking it was meant to be Korean, if I'm honest.
Wow, it's definitely Chinese.
How?
Right.
Based on what?
Right, I just want to point this out before I make this reference to everybody. Apparently, the guy who makes this is he Asian? Like, did you find out what specific area of Asia? Is he Chinese?
What was his name again? Jeff Lu.
Jeff Liu.
I didn't find out.
You guys assured me that he was Asian because there's a point in this film
He
where
is.
where the Chinese character, who I'm saying is Chinese, shows up, the other assassin, to take down Killer Bean after he's gone against the agency like it's Mission Impossible and he's gone rogue. And he shows up to a crime scene and these police officers are all like, hey, what are you doing here? You can't be here. And he goes,
Nobody
where is
would.
Killer Bean? And the police officer says, and I quote, let me make this real simple for you. Wrong delivery. No need for egg fried rice here.
And before that he says, the police guy says, nobody ordered egg foo young here. It's like a double,
It's a double whammy of racism.
but it's okay.
Because the guy who made it is Chinese, maybe.
Yeah.
At least he's Asian.
Well, I'm trying to find out.
Somebody
I can't
help
actually
me.
find it.
I don't think he even has like a.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have a wiki page.
This is outrageous.
It's unfair.
You know, I actually found what is his IMDb page,
Oh, brilliant.
and like he has credits.
He worked
Like
on the
visual
X-Men and the
effects
Matrix.
In
What?
X-Men Matrix, Tron Legacy, and
What?
Transformers: Dark of the Moon,
So this guy's worked on some really...
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief,
Oh, I was about to say some really high-level stuff, and then you said that.
The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man in 1999.
So this guy's like a
Whoa.
seasoned veteran animator.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
visual
What's
effects
his
and
credit
character
specifically on
animation.
those films? Does it say?
Character animator mainly.
Damn. That explains why this film's animation is so good.
Oh god.
I mean, like, let's just get into it. You know what? Let's all run down the plot of this film for anybody who's listening and hasn't seen it. Let's run this down.
Killer Bean is a bean
Yes,
who is
He's-
just
Lives in
been trying
Beantown.
to get some sleep.
he does live in Beantown, and there's this perfectly in sync party going on in a gangster's warehouse where they're all dancing completely in sync with dead eyes and like sad faces, doing backflips.
Yeah, they're having a party in like full like gang get-up,
Yeah.
in an empty warehouse. Well, a warehouse that
There's some
is
barrels.
only filled with these huge speakers and like
Barrels.
tens and tens of oil barrels,
Tens
and
and
that's. Well, I didn't want to
Just
say
tens.
hundreds because you know.
there's
But then you
probably
don't
like
say
30
tens.
there or something. There wasn't
Yeah,
that
so
many.
40.
So tens
40.
and tens and tens and tens. So
40.
you know,
There you
Come
go.
on now.
Thanks.
Come
that's,
on,
that's
guys.
4 lots of tens. Come on.
We're focusing too much on barrels.
And then the leader of this group, because these gangsters, they're a big organisation. They don't mess about. Gets a call from KB, as I like to refer to him as.
Big KB.
He's like, I'm trying to sleep, mate. Can you shut off your music? Which is fair enough, but then
and he says, lick
as a
my
solution-
ass crack.
yeah, as a solution, he decides to kill them all, which is a bit extreme. But,
To turn the music off, he goes
Yeah.
down there
Yes.
and murders them
I mean,
all.
you know, if
And
if
here's
your
our
neighbours,
hero.
if your neighbours are going at it a bit too loud, I don't think you
Just get Killer
immediately-
Bean on it, it'll sort them right out.
you immediately get the shank out and
You
Yeah,
just
cool,
storm
man.
right round. You know, dip them all up.
so yeah, and then
He's struggling.
I'm just trying to connect it because it's
Bro,
just,
we've like
it just
spent
doesn't
like
make sense really.
right.
but,
When I said a rundown of the story, I didn't mean let's talk about the opening warehouse scene. What I mean is, yeah, Killer
We're
Bean.
introducing Killer Bean.
Right, Killer Bean, bad
That's how
boy
we're
assassin
introducing.
working for the Shadow Agency, and
Yeah, the shadow beans.
the Shadow Beans.
Very inventively named.
Which, Brad, you pointed out like and Joe did, Bean, like, because their race is beans, that'd be like calling your agency the Shadow Mans or the Shadow Men or something. And Killer Bean's name would just be Killer Man.
Killer Man.
Bad boy. So he
And
works.
they figured out who it was pretty much just by looking on the
Yeah.
the bullet.
So he works for the Shadow
They
Agency.
said
and
Killer Man.
He's been sent into Beantown, which would also just be called Mantown. He's been sent into Beantown to hunt down a rogue Shadow Bean, Vegan, who he finds out is working with the hotshot gangster Cappuccino. So he's like going around warehouses trying to find out where Cappuccino's at so we can get to Vegan. Meanwhile, Detective Cromwell, Chris's favourite character, is hot on his trail because Killer Bean has golden bullets that are all engraved with his name on them. On the casing that's left behind. So Cromwell's on the hunt, but actually he's kind of a dirty cop who wants to just use a loophole where he's going to let Killer Bean go because he wants Cappuccino dead. But little does he know, he's actually going for Vegan. And then shenanigans happen. Vegan reveals to Killer Bean, like, hey bro, Shadow Agency kind of anti-pog. And he goes, I don't believe you, so he shoots him. And then he immediately gets, like, disavowed and an assassin sent after him and he goes, oh shit, this guy was right. Him and Chinese man have a Chinese Bean, sorry, Jet Bean.
Well, I have been googling it.
Yep.
Nowhere on the internet I can find out what country Jeff Lou is from. On the killerbean.fandom.com website.
Great website. It's in my favourites.
Jet Bean is credited as being literally just Asian.
Oh boy.
But I found Jeff Lou's Instagram page. I'm thinking about sending him a DM, asking.
I wondered why you were so quiet for so long. It's because you've been fucking going like Dexter on this shit. Just lines on
I'm
the
just gonna drop him a DM and hopefully it's a speedy reply.
Yeah, hopefully he can get back to us by the time this podcast ends.
Can we interview you for a podcast?
The podcast that gets like the last episode got 4 views.
Hi there, a big fan of Killer Bean. Me and my buddies were having a debate about where Jet Bean originates from.
So wait,
Right, carry on.
so wait, does Asia exist in this world?
Well, that's what.
So
Yeah.
you're telling me that beans like are the dominant force in the universe, and they are the runners of this planet, but they still have like Asia, and they still make chicken fried rice, and they're still racist about it.
Setting up a prequel.
I want to see the evolution of the bean.
Where
But
they
yeah,
take
anyway,
over the
so
planet.
Jet Bean, after dealing with the racist police, gets taken to the station, kills all of the police, and then fights Killer Bean to the death at the end, in an epic showdown that is actually Matrix levels of ridiculous kung fu, and also it puts the Matrix to shame. This is probably the best action sequence of all time I think I've ever seen, and I think everyone would agree with me there.
It's pretty good. Pretty damn good.
It's an Avengers level threat there. So
Endgame ain't got shit on it.
Bro, fucking Jet Bean can kick off a car door off its hinges and rip off a prison cell.
And he can tear
Chris.
handcuffs off of him.
how many
Yeah.
followers does he have?
Oh, that's a good
It's
question.
got like 12,000. It's the official Killer Bean Instagram page. It's got 12.9k followers.
I
That
think I
doesn't-
might have found his like personal Instagram.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
It has like 300 followers.
Oh, bless. After working on the Matrix and Killer Bean, what more credentials does he need? Actually, just leave the Matrix out. That's all he needs.
Killer Bee.
Absolutely fucking lit. I love that it's just like complete silence because 2 out of the 4 of us are all doing extensive research to desperately find out if the film is racist or not.
Well, you two could keep it going, but now you have my full attention.
But now I'm intrigued whether it is.
To tell me
now.
everything that's been said since we've started, because I haven't been listening.
Right, We've just we've to be fair, nobody listens to this podcast, so you're just like our viewers. Heyo.
I am the viewers.
That's true. You are all 4 viewers of last week's episode. Yeah, man. Like, fucking watch this film. You're in lockdown. What more do you need? It's got beans. It's got racism. It's got sexism. It's got amazing one-liners, which we'll go to Joe in a minute, as he has been taking notes throughout the film of some of the amazing one-liners in this film.
It's got sports references. When he
Such as?
alley-oops the grenade in the opening fight scene.
Now, Joe is a big fan of basketball. That's very real, not a joke. He is a big fan of basketball.
Kobe,
He knows
LeBron
obscure
James.
basketball players just like
Kobe, LeBron James,
very obscure. And
Shaquille O'Brien.
wait, is that his actual name? I thought it was Kobe.
No.
Wait, I can't wait. What?
Wait, what's happening?
I can't
Wait.
tell whether you're joking or not.
Which one
Wait,
of
what?
us?
You.
Wait. Hang on, I'm actually
Because
confused now.
both names Joe said were just like taking common basketballers and getting like the first and last names mixed up. But you only said that. To the
You got me!
You only said that to the second one, so I don't know what you.
Was Shaq a basketball player?
Shaquille O'Neal.
It was part of the
Shaquille
LA
O'Brien.
Lakers time with
But
Kobe
he's like
Bryant.
he's like fucking huge. You got to be like a leaner
Wait, is it
guy
Shaq
for
that's
basketball,
in
right?
Space Jam? It's not Shaq in.
No, that's Jordan, the original.
Yeah, it's Michael.
Right, yeah.
Not Michael B. Jordan. Wait.
No.
Does the B in Michael B. Jordan stand for basketball?
Oh my God, you're right.
Connecting the dots.
I'm here all week, folks.
Wait, we're getting a new Space Jam film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going straight to
No.
HBO Max. Christopher Nolan's very happy about it.
It'll probably be terrible. Let's be real.
Well, it's
Hang
not.
on,
Gonna,
hang on a
it's not.
second.
It's not going to be any Killer Bean, but you know.
Are you trying to say that Space Jam is a bad film?
No, Space Jam was brilliant, but just trying to do like a remake and recapture the
Right.
same magic from like 30 years ago. It's
Look,
I don't see it working.
look, Chris.
Yo, if you didn't fancy Lola Bunny as a kid, you're clapped.
No, but look, this is what, bro, this is what I'm about to
She
say.
do be
Yeah,
looking kind of fun.
that bunny. Yeah, that bunny. I'm dating that back to the origin of furries. I'm dating it back. You started this shit.
Bro, you know what's the other one? Who killed Roger Rabbit? And then you've got that.
Who framed Roger
Who
Rabbit?
framed Roger?
Was he framed for murder? Was that what it was?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Oh,
Those are the
man.
2 iconic ones.
There's three animated films that I would say like kind of define our generation, and those would probably be like, you know, you would probably say like, you know, The Lion King, maybe say
Define
like,
our generation.
yes, maybe say like The Iron Giant,
Yeah, hell yeah,
and then Killer Bean.
yeah.
Those
The
three,
three pinnacles.
those three absolute tyrants
Yeah.
are just, you know, bro. I don't want to see Godzilla versus King Kong. I want to see Killer Bean versus the Iron Giant, or Killer Bean versus Hogarth Hughes from the Iron Giant.
Oh god.
Hogarth. Actually,
do you guys like Killer Bean
as a
I
person,
do.
as a bean.
person? Like, do you support his do you support his actions and values?
It
Because
doesn't
that's a
murder a
really
lot of people
interesting
for
question.
nothing.
Look, yeah, but Chris,
He's
say
our main
like,
protagonist, but is he really as good as he?
is he
without
an
the mu-
anti-hero?
Without the murderous psychopathic streak, I believe he is trying to do the right thing.
There
And
isn't.
then-
I was gonna say, like, you talk about the psychopath stuff. There is an amazing point where the morning after he's like killed all these people in this warehouse, including a kid who, yes, was a gangster but just wanted to be a DJ. He's sleeping just across the road, and he's woken up by a bunch of sirens. To which he says, "Wow, why are there sirens?" And it's like, you murdered an entire warehouse.
And then he goes
full
to
of
shoot
kids.
them as well.
Yeah, and then the detective's having like an interview outside. He pulls his sniper out, and he's so close to pulling the trigger on him. It's
It's
just
like a
that
zoomed in
phone
shot
call
of
comes in.
his finger like quivering, and it's like, you know, like yeah, fair enough. You killed this warehouse of gangsters who could like potentially like get you closer to this vegan guy who you meant to kill because you know you must know he's connected to them. But for a second, it actually flashes through your mind that you're going to kill this detective that you've never talked to. And who could potentially bring in vegan? I don't know.
No, there's no
But,
thought behind it. He's just an absolute murderer.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, bro, Killer Bean is a psychopath.
Bro, his agency call him up and go, you do know we've literally got Shadow in the name. Like, this ain't really a... This is meant to be a secretive thing, you know what I mean? And Killer Bean just goes, lick my ass!
And then also, in the same street, he's got the sniper pointed at. Vegan pulls up and gets out for like a few minutes and just stands there.
There's a great bit where Cromwell's first, like, on the scene. Detective Cromwell Bean. And he's on the scene... And he's like, found the bullet casing, and he's like, property of Killer Bean, see? And then the vegan pulls up and sees that the police are there, and he's like, oh shit! So he turns around, he shoots out his tyres, and then they have a big, like, epic moment where it's like, oh, you can't arrest me, I've got lawyers, I'm rich, or whatever. And
he turns around by doing a calm 3-point turn, may I add.
Yeah, he just
perfectly executed one.
He just take his time, and then And then he's like, "Fine, I won't arrest you, but you've got to move your car because it's illegally parked. Also, here's the identity of the person coming to kill you because if the Detective Cromwell's just an absolute shit stirrer. Like he has no regard for police evidence or. Yeah, he literally says to Killer Bean at one point in the film, "I'm gonna let you murder this man, and I'll and he's like, why should I do it for you? Oh, because I can change all the evidence."
It's Beantown. It's messed with my head. It's corrupt. This town has changed me. It's Beantown.
This Beantown ain't for the faint of heart.
Oh god.
Do beans? Yeah. Do you think the beans in this universe shit?
Absolutely.
They do have big dump truck asses. So.
We've never seen one eat. Oh yeah, no, of course they do, because when they're in the bar, Shadow Bean, Killer Bean, sorry, goes into the bathroom at the end and goes, that was a double flush.
It says it's a double flush, but you only flushed once.
After having a breakfast of two tequila shots.
Yeah. Needed to unload.
Killer Bean is also an alcoholic.
Yeah, where's that tequila going, yeah? So do you think, because we've seen their asses, some of these beans, oh my god, Nicki Minaj,
dump trucks,
she can have all the plastic surgery she wants, she ain't never gonna get that bean figure. And
the peak female figure.
Maybe
there's more than one reason why it's called Killer Bean.
What was the joke there?
Wait, what do you mean?
What was the joke there? That's why he's called Killer Bean.
Never mind, bro. I said there's more. Nah, never mind, bro.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Kobe LeBron? What do you mean?
Bro, when that. Nah, carry on.
Bro.
Yeah, so anyway, Killer Bean's an alcoholic and he needs to go to. What are the. Or not. Fuck.
What?
What is the anonymous Drinkers Anonymous or what is it called?
Alcoholics Anonymous
in America.
Alcoholics Anonymous, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to go to one of those meetings.
What goes on at those meetings?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Don't they do 12-step programs?
Don't they all just stand in a circle and say, "I'm an alcoholic," and everyone goes, "Me too."
Hey, that's me.
Why did you become an alcoholic? My dad died. Why did you become an alcoholic? Because I murdered a room full of 12 kid beans.
No, he shows no remorse though, so he's
he's
not an alcoholic for that.
No, it's alcoholics. He had too many drinks to celebrate kids that have been murdered.
Just like any true hero would.
He's a psychopath intent on wanton murder.
Bro, he literally, at the end of the film when, we have that 7-minute long scene where Vegan's just like, this is why the agency's bad and they're actually really evil and blah, blah, blah. And Killer Bean's like, nah, bro. And, and then Killer Bean finally realizes and he's like, God, they are evil. You went into a warehouse and murdered a room full of, young teenagers. who like probably got into this gangster life because they just had no other bean to turn to. And bruv, and you're gonna act like they're evil. Get out of here, Killer Bean.
I mean, to be fair though, they were having this breakdancing party. They all have just loads of guns shoved up their asses. They pull out as soon as he walks in. Well, I say walks in.
Well, yeah, he literally
He
runs
drives
one
the
of
car
them
and hits like 4 of them, kills them all.
Oh.
This film is just fantastic. I just don't know. There's so many moments that I just want to be like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Also,
like,
pulling the most epic
unforgettable.
lines imaginable.
Oh yeah, okay
so
then yeah.
cool.
Before
He's so
we
cool.
go into specific moments that are just epic bro moments, let's Joe, let's go over to you and you've got your quote corner because
Alright,
there's no trivia this week. It's just quote corner.
Quote corner, welcome. I was quite selective because my barrier for entry is quite quite high.
Nice. Yeah.
The first one I've got on my list is
Tinny. Cracked.
when he says to the guy on the phone, "I'm just a bean trying to get some sleep," and that really speaks to me. It's like I sleep.
Sometimes you feel like a bean.
I'm tired. I'm kind of a bit of a bean,
Whoa.
man.
Whoa, think about it, yeah. Coffee beans are designed to be ground up and made into coffee that help you when you're tired, and this bean just wants some sleep.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Oscars. Everybody clap, Oscars.
Wait,
He is his own problem. He is the problem.
Oh my god,
wait,
yeah.
Killer Bean is decaf confirmed.
I just imagine the YouTube thumbnails with like a red circle on like one of his eyes and an arrow pointing. Decaf confirmed. You won't believe what we discovered about Killer Bean. And they wait 10 minutes to tell you what it is with 3 adverts.
Okay. Well, my next quote is after his ridiculous murder spree in the warehouse.
That we
the
all
next
love.
day, he gets a call from the shadow agency, doesn't he?
Ah, yes.
And they call him reckless. Oh, Killer Bean, you're so reckless. And he
They
doesn't
say it
like
exactly like that.
Oh,
you,
stop it.
Oh, stop it, you.
you lovable rogue. And then Killer Bean doesn't like being called reckless, so he goes, "Heh, reckless, my brown bean ass."
Oh man, just real
That
quick.
speaks to me because I'm no.
You have a
Because you
brown.
have an ass.
Because you have a brown ass.
No,
When he
it
poos
doesn't apply
himself,
to me
he
though.
does.
Damn. I thought me and Killer Bean were like on the same level.
Bro, like, you know what I've just thought, yeah? Do you think, like, in the past, the decaf beans and the caffeinated beans were segregated?
For God's sake.
Yeah, but hold on, decaffeinated beans, like they
Isn't that
they
what they
would be
called them when
like-
they were dead?
No.
I swear
They
that's
would-
what he
they would
said
be
as like a kill line when he's been decaffeinated or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, Joe, your quote corner didn't pick that up.
No, I have it.
Yo,
Just,
I take
just,
it back.
just
Oh my God.
decaffeinated.
Yo!
I have it,
Applause.
baby. Okay, my next one is when they meet each other in the bar, Cromwell and
The
Killer
epic
Bean,
bar scene.
KB, Kobe Bryant, Killer Bean.
For God's
Yo,
sake.
he's putting all the lines
Yeah.
together. Nah, bro.
You said
now
that
I-
as if you'd found something.
bro.
Rest
And now
in
I'm
peace.
just picturing like a YouTube thumbnail where one half's Killer Bean and one half is like Kobe Bryant. And
The duality of man.
and it's just a bunch of circles and red arrows pointing. Here's 11 things that tie these two together.
So yeah, they're in the bar and Cromwell's like,
We'll help each other.
Doing his Joker impression.
and then Killer Bean replies with, "Help yourself out the door."
Oh,
Yeah, that's just a good put down, to be honest.
That's an
Like,
epic bro moment.
It's like he said we'll help each other, and then he said, "Help yourself out the door." Like, yo,
Yo, come on.
That's so
The
good.
quick. He's just lightning fast with these comebacks.
yeah. And then Guys, can you guess what's next?
Please tell me it's
Towards the end of the bar scene.
Oh. The end of the bar scene.
Like when
the end
he
of the bar
exits
scene.
the bar.
That was a double flusher.
Oh, it was Bradley. It bloody was.
But he only
says,
flushed once.
he goes to the toilet, and he's like, "Yeah, be quick, otherwise you'll die," or whatever. And
Basically,
this barman is
the
like,
bar
"Ooh."
scene goes like very hostile.
He goes, "Be quick, your life depends on it."
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh, so dramatic."
Cromwell and Killer Bean KB have like pulled their guns on each other, and the bartender shows up with like a massive shotgun. And then Cromwell leaves peacefully, and he's like, "Go on the shitter, yeah, sure, but you know, be quick." And then he comes out with the double flusher.
Yeah. Sorry, it was a double flusher.
Has
And the
anyone here
barman's
had
like,
to?
You
had to
only
double
flushed
flush?
once.
Yeah,
All the
but
time.
it depends on
All
on
the time when you eat eggs.
I have no, it's runny then, so it goes then easy.
Oh,
You know when you lay a fat cable.
Cable.
I'm talking power lines, bro.
talking absolute power lines,
I've
bro.
never heard the cable. But yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard it referred to as a cable, but as
That
soon as you
means
said
they're like
it, it made
long
sense.
as well. Jesus.
Yeah, man. They don't go down in one. The max I've had is 4 flushes.
Four!
Jesus
Christ!
Christ.
You would think that's something Big Lee would do, not you.
gonna
God,
say-
how many times is Lee flushing? Like 8 times.
These lads are fighters, I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
By the
That just
way,
hurt coming out.
by the way, Lee is Brad's dad, and he's a very huge man, but not fat. Absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
This guy could touch you with his pinky, and your nose would be broken, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fat too.
Yeah. To be fair, that also makes Killer Bean. This also makes Killer Bean like go down in my estimation even more. Like,
Why?
that is a psychopath move. He's left a log in.
That's half flushed.
It's not even his toilet.
Yeah. No, that's just showing them who's in charge.
It's like,
And it
bro,
was a small coffee shop toilet as well, so it's
I
just
did,
like
I did
probably
that in a
staff
Reese's toilet once.
What
like-
did you? What you didn't flush?
No, I did, but I left skids.
yeah, exactly. Like
Bro.
your imagination could go wild. Like
I,
depending on how bad it is,
There
the
was-
barman could be in for like a bit of a job there.
It's not like he's got any other customers. Like, he's got time.
Oh, and do you want to clean up someone else's shit?
Bro, I just want to point out, yeah, one time I went to Brad's house and his family had gone away somewhere, but for some reason you were staying, so like, you know, the boys were going over, but because I live closest, I was over first. And I'm
I
like,
left some fat skids, I reckon.
I thought it was everyone else in your family trying to like state their claim while they were gone. So like the burglars come in, they look in the toilets, and they're like, "Bro, we better leave. This area's been claimed."
The first thing they check.
It's the
It's the
toilet.
toilet. Yeah. They don't look for valuables. They just go quickly
Bro,
to the
do
toilet.
none of you hide your valuables in the shitter when you leave the house?
Oh,
Oh,
they
for
check all
God's sake.
the rooms. That's what they do.
Joe, I just want to ask, in the continuation of the quote corner, which for some reason has been the most consistent part of this podcast, like, what the fuck was that first half? I don't know. Please tell me you got the Jet Bean line when he's in the his
restaurant.
Do you want me to take that one for you, Joe?
Go on, do it.
So, our introduction to Jet Bean, he's in some Chinese restaurant somewhere, probably in instead
China.
of Chinatown, it would be Beantown. I don't know.
Bean
No,
Because
that's the
I
name
realized
of
if
the whole
I said
town,
Beantown, that's the name of the fucking whatever. So he's having Chinese food. He's chilling. He gets a call, and they're like, "Yo, go over to Beantown. We'll let you know what you got to do when you're there." He's like, "Okay, boomer." He hangs up and he tells the restaurant owner, he's like, "Yo, I'm leaving. I'll be back." And the guy's like, "I've got something to give you before you go." He goes, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "The bill?" And Jet Bean's like, "Nah, bro, I ain't paying that. I'll pay it when I get back." And so he goes, "Nah." The owner of the restaurant goes, "I ain't having that." And he calls in the chef Bean, who comes out with a
his big
cleaver in
cleaver.
hand. And the line, as I quote, he turns to the chef and he says, he said your food tastes like ass crack. And then he throws the knife at him, and then like, no, he doesn't do that, does he? He chases after him, he then like kicks him in the head, and then takes the knife and throws it at the Czech, and he's like, I'll be back.
Yeah, to be fair, that all these most of these beans are actually dickheads.
Most of them like saying the word ass as well.
Are there any good beans in Beantown? Obviously not.
Yeah, because even the
It
there is one good bean, that rookie at the start of the film, the one that actually wants to take Vegan in at the start.
Yeah, but he's a bit big for his boots. Like
But he's
it's
trying.
First day in the job, mate.
He's trying to be good. Yeah, Beantown hasn't gotten to him yet. He's going to be corrupt.
No place
soon
for
as.
yeah. Exactly.
Wait, do we think beans from like different places are all different? Like, is there like different races of bean? I know this is completely off topic.
Like a baked bean.
They're all like...
What do you reckon they're like different things? Like
A pinto bean.
say like beans from Britain. Well, there's no beans from Britain. They're just like tea leaves or something.
Well, no, because we get a British bean in this,
Yeah.
which is the next
Do
scene I want
do
to
we
talk
know
about.
he's British?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Also, do you know at the starting scene, the DJ,
Yes,
the
the epic scene.
he's credited as DJ Bean,
Oh,
which is a
DJ
great
Bean in the
name.
house. Could you imagine going to a club and they're just like, and now, clap your hands, scream for DJ Bean. You would absolutely lose your shit.
I would.
Oh shit!
I'd go
There's a
mental.
Oh,
He's just got mini Killer Bean spinning on the deck like he does in that table. There's a point where Killer Bean drops into a warehouse and he's on like a round table and they're all aiming their guns at him and he dances. What's that move called? He's like break dancing on the table to dodge
yeah,
all the
just
bullets.
spin. He turns into a Beyblade. And claps everyone.
Don't you do that in real life? Whenever you're in a fight situation.
spin viciously on my back. and
Don't you
take
go
out
on
all
to,
of my
like-
opponents.
No, just turn into a Beyblade. Sure.
To assert your dominance when you go onto building sites, do you not just like start spinning on the spot and say, "You watch him, you watch him"?
Oh yes, on my hard hat. Aha.
Oh.
It comes in useful, even though I actually haven't been to a site yet.
Oh, but you will, baby.
Oh, bloody well. Next quote, anyone?
Can you take me with you when you go, and I'll
Oh, yeah,
show them
sure.
all a copy of Killer Bean.
Okay.
We'll do like
What's this Killer Bean?
We'll do good cop, bad cop. You go in and start spinning like a Beyblade, and I'll give them Killer Bean.
Who's the good cop and who's the bad cop in this situation?
It's unclear. We'll decide on the day. Sorry, yes, next quote.
Next quote. I just kind of put dramatic entrance because he says it a couple of times. Where
It's a nice
before-
thematic through line.
before he's entering a building, he says to himself, "Dramatic entrance, dramatic entrance."
He's trying to psych himself.
and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because like he does like a dramatic entrance at the start. And like
I'm sorry,
that is
I'm
really
just
cool. And then
looking
it's
at
like,
your face as you're trying to say
and then-
this.
and it's like self-aware. It's like self-aware, man. That's what
No,
it is.
you can't, listeners, you cannot see
really-
his face,
really
but the look on his face, it's like somebody just told him that he's been dead for 7 years, but he's still determined to keep talking about Killer Bee.
Oh,
Oh my
I feel
God.
really happy talking about Killer Bean actually.
Is it the only thing that's getting you through this lockdown?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh no,
Okay, next quote.
we're keeping them going.
Okay, random bean thug says to Killer Bean.
Random
That's probably what he's credited as.
And he's also played by Jeff Lou.
he goes,
Looks like what we got here is a standoff.
and then Killer
Yeah.
Bean, he bloody doesn't care.
He just pops
doesn't
him.
care. He goes,
pops him.
pop. He goes pop, and then he goes, not really. And that is really good. That is actually really good because it shows that Killer Bean is like just so much more powerful than anyone else. Like
Shows that his Pokemon deck of cards is
power
a
level.
lot rarer than his.
his power level is so much higher than these stupid noob thugs.
I mean,
Noobs.
from the start we established that he's faster than bullets.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
bro,
He hears a gunshot go off and he dodges out the way before it even hits him.
bro. Every single like character that isn't Killer Bean in this film is literally just, what are you aiming at?
I mean, he breakdances to dodge hundreds of bullets, for God's sake. Like, how much more powerful can you really get?
Can you
Like,
imagine?
imagine like a nuclear bomb's just coming towards him and he just breakdances in between the particles of radiation.
Oh my god.
I believe he could.
Or like, if he wants to stay dry in the rain, he just breakdances all the way to his destination.
Or he kicks all the rain away. He's like boxing rain out of the sky. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh god.
So there's only 2 more scenes that we're going to talk about. And by the way, part of us recording this is just like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, part of this is just, what is this show at this point? You know what I mean? And the answer is
all
it's
of it.
Killer Bean. Alright. So,
Killer Bean only
we're going to
podcast,
change this podcast to be only about Killer Bean from now on.
Yeah,
I
the
hope
next
everyone's cool with
episode
that.
is the next episode is in a few years.
Yeah, we'll do the next episode in 10 years when the next Killer Bean is released.
There's like a
Oh my
remaster, but
Jesus
it's just
Christ.
8K, but we won't do another episode on it.
Yeah, the reflections look even better. So there's only 2 more things that I want to talk about before we end our lives, and that's the amazing introduction of the like SAS British team that comes in to take out Killer Bean, and the leader's amazing monologue, and the final fight. So, Chris, thoughts on the amazing monologue that is given by
Well,
SAS?
he just
Bro?
don't shut up. he just comes in and he'll say, "Oh, got a crack team here, buddy. You wanna watch yourself?" And he just keeps on talking for like, how long is it? It's probably like a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, it's like, yeah, definitely.
Which
4 or
like
5
it
minutes.
doesn't sound like that long, but just like 3-4 minutes of just one character constantly talking.
And then Killer Bean just caps them all.
Yeah,
And it's not even like the monologue is like,
important or
Yeah.
or drives the story.
yeah, and it's like also like just on a like deeper note than that. It's not even like like performed well. I know the standards of the acting for Killer Bean Forever aren't exactly through the roof.
Unnaturally high, you mean?
But the way that he's like talking about it, it's just like, this here's my crack team, and we you know, we first started out as soldiers in the army, but then we weren't. And then he like takes a pause, and then he goes, and then we sort of bounced around, robbed a few federal banks while we were at it, but we're actually the most cracked team in the world. He pauses
Yeah.
again, and then he
You
says
know-
like, along with banks, we also did this. And it's like,
We
what
also
do you
became
mean?
mercenaries, the
Yeah.
most effective in the business.
And he goes, not those other guys. Have you heard of those other guys? I hate when other guys come in and try and say they're the best mercenaries. We're the best mercenaries. So then I was on holiday in Ibiza with the boys.
And then if we needed another demonstration of Killer Bean's power, this like crack team with assault rifles plus a turret mounted 50 cal and a rocket launcher.
rocket
He beats them all up effortlessly.
Like, the guy with the rocket launcher just shows up and he's just like, I'm just a with a rocket launcher. And then he just-
For God's sake,
That's being cut.
But you know, it actually did,
Keep that in, you
it actually did it very well. Like that whole speech that he had, it built it up. It built it up, man. And the payoff was yet again
all of them
us-
getting capped.
us being witness to Killer Bean's ultimate power.
Bro, you say that though, but there's a mounted gun, there's the rocket launcher, there's all of them with machine guns. None of them can kill him. So you're like, how will Vagan take Killer Bean down? What he does is he drives his motorbike towards him like it's Mission Impossible 2, and he's like
jumps
revving
off it.
Yeah, and he like, to surprise Killer Bean, he jumps off the bike rides towards him, he shoots the bike and it blows up, and Killer Bean just goes on the floor.
Just ragdoll.
Ragdoll physics, baby.
Oh my god.
Ragdoll physics are amazing.
Oh, man.
And then there's the chair scene.
Oh yeah, I was going to say about that. That's kind of like the last quote.
Oh yeah, go on.
That
Let's
would've said-
end quote to
Oh,
corner.
yeah.
He goes, okay, so Cappuccino's in it, slaps him. He slaps him.
He's interrogating
And then-
Killer Bean now that they finally captured him, saying, "Who do you think you are?" That wasn't meant to be racist Asian. That is actually how he talks. We can't place his accent.
Yes. And then KB goes, "No, you did not." And then what the hell happens?
Cappuccino just goes, psh, 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 and he goes, "Oh, I guess you did."
Okay, maybe you did. And then a laugh track plays in the background for 5 minutes straight.
Wait,
tell us
did
to laugh.
we talk about Cappuccino's scene with a baseball bat?
No.
Oh my god, we missed so many good scenes.
Every scene's just brilliant and worth talking about.
So go on, Chris, take us through that scene.
Okay,
Let's just rocket through these scenes to explain to people.
Right, just very simply, Cappuccino's giving 4 of his rookies a talking to because they're not doing a very good job in selling drugs.
Because as he says, crime is on the up, so therefore guns and drugs should be up because criminals use both.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, if you use drugs, you're a criminal. I mean, it makes sense.
True.
Very true.
He jumps on the desk in front of the interns, gets his baseball bat, smacks one. He goes flying like 10 foot through the air, smashes through the windows on like a 50th story building, and just ragdolls all the way to the bottom.
While he shouts out his social security number for HR.
Funny.
And then he doesn't get to kill the last
no,
two because
before
Megan
that,
interrupts.
he did kick another one out, and you know, when the one that we follow with the social security number gets kicked out, you don't see a body below.
Yeah. Presumably
so he got
Iron
off
Man
'cause it was
picked him up.
It's because it's so far away, the ground is.
Yo, Iron Bean.
Iron Bean. Presumably Iron Bean saved him and grabbed him out of midair.
Is there an Avengers in the Bean universe?
Bro, are you telling me, do you think that Killer Bean could ever be in Super Smash Brothers? Because I'm telling you, the power of that baseball bat, that's like the Super Smash Brothers bat, that is.
True.
Ness's bat.
Yo, Killer Bean could
Thank
so
you.
be in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, they've got, what, Minecraft Steve now, and like, who's more iconic, Steve or Killer Bean? KB.
I think Killer Bean.
Bro, you've got kids going to school saying, "Hey bro,
Yeah.
I just got the new KB merch."
They go with a Killer Bean hat on and the little backpacks.
Killer Bean backpack that actually comes with golden guns that you can shoot your friends with.
That's
Killer Bean Halloween
That's
costume.
only in America.
If Killer Bean endorses one thing, it's murdering children.
Buy a school backpack, get a gun free.
And you can shoot up your school too with a Killer Bean gold pistols.
Trouble sleeping at night because kids are playing their Minecraft music too loud? Fuck Minecraft and those kids. Use this
Kill
limited
them
edition
all.
gold gun. And if you buy now, we'll throw in 3 engraved bullets for free. Property of, and you can customize it. Property, and there's like little kids are like, property of Tom Bean.
Killer Kid.
So, yeah, bringing this to a close, whatever the fuck this is, let's talk about the final amazing fight in this. Holy crap. The Matrix has nothing on this. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Brad, take us through this. The martial arts experts, Bradley, take us through it.
Wow. There's too much to talk about here. There was wrestling moves in there. There was jiu-jitsu.
There was a little bit.
We did see an armbar as well. There was a few spinning back elbows.
Brad, who do you think is the more technical fighter out of the two? Like who has more skill?
Let's all vote on it.
I would have to say
It's Jet Bean.
I'm
Yeah,
the
it
Jet
is.
Bean too.
He's looking remarkably on form.
The only reason
he was
Killer
quite
Bean,
on form.
the only reason Killer Bean
By
wins
his
the fight
ingenuity, his grit
by
and determination.
ingenuity, but also he has to use a gun. He couldn't have killed him with his bare fists.
True.
So this fight is going sicko mode, and
That's a DQ.
Jet Bean is like kicking his ass, And Killer Bean's like, oh god, the end of the fight's coming.
Although Killer Bean does have some good moments of his own. Let's give him some
bro,
credit.
there's like a bit where Killer Bean he goes Jet Bean goes for a high kick and he sweeps his leg out and the guy like face plants and then he throws him against the wall. But like Jet Bean did all that and more.
True.
Every time Killer Bean did some cool shit to him, Jet Bean just went, "But I'm not done yet." And he just started clattering him.
Yeah, this is one area where you've really got to respect Jet Bean. I mean, as one of the most iconic fighters of our time. But,
bro, like, how much screen time does he get? Maybe like 15 minutes in the whole film, and he's got like one of the biggest presences.
Yeah,
that's
like,
incredible, guys.
Even though he's a bad guy, like he's working for like these bad people now. Well,
I've never seen him kill a room full of kids.
To be fair, he probably his thing is though, it's kind of tragic because he probably thinks the shadow agency, they're still good, because Killer Bean has only just like found out. So like
Killer Bean tries to warn him as well. As far
as Jet Bean.
Oh my god! And he says Killer Bean's brainwashed, but he's actually brainwashed.
Yeah,
this film is so deep.
He dies without knowing, but he's honourable.
But go on.
That is where he comes.
He's an absolute madman.
Brad, tell us what makes Jet Bean come to his end.
Well, I was just going to talk about before that the insane strength of Jet Bean.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah.
He kicks off the wall, does like a front flip, kicks Killer Bean in the head, then grabs him by the leg, swings him round, and hits him off the the steel bars of the prison cell. They all bend as soon as he hits them. This man is insane.
He's absolutely just bum-declarting people. Like, off screen, he just kills all of the police, and you might be like, off screen, I paid for action. One, you didn't pay. He gave it to us for free. Respect Jeff Lou. Sorry, just art imitates life, so I just thought maybe he can do kung fu like Jet. But bro, he does it off screen and just shows you how hardcore this guy is. Like, you're just like, oh my god, what did he do? What did he do? And then we see his techers, his Swaz techers, Jeremy Swaz Lynch. This guy, it's crazy. And if you ask me, the biggest injustice of this film is that Killer Bean kills him, because I would have loved to have seen a Jet Bean spin-off movie.
Yeah, we could have his origin though. How he like
became so cool.
Yeah. I
mean, we could see him slowly building up that Chinese restaurant's tab of like not paying them for meals.
Yeah. that's a reference, so that makes it good because it references to the previous work.
So Brad, go on. How does he meet his end?
Well, I mean, if you've ever played the game Uncharted, where you throw a C4 into the air and shoot it, yes. That's a reference. That's a reference.
Yeah, could you see my shocked face at like this guy? I just want to point out that Brad has never owned any form of PlayStation in his entire life, and yet he knows an Uncharted reference. I'm very proud.
Well, there you go. So instead of throwing a C4 up into the air and shooting it, we get to see Killer Bean throw a single bullet into the air, shoot a few bullets at Jet Bean, first to distract him. And then
he's blocking them with his wrists.
As the bullet is flipping in the air, Killer Bean shoots a bullet towards it. It hits exactly the back of that bullet that's in the air,
which ignites the casing, which sends the bullet out of that casing.
The perfect angle, like perfectly calculated.
To Jet Bean underneath his guards, and he's got no chance.
Yeah, the bullet just disappears into his body,
into his soul.
Yes. That's how powerful
Jet Bean is no more.
There's no coming back from that.
And we've been waiting over 10 years now to find out if Killer Bean will ever get revenge on the Shadow Agency.
God,
guys,
best to look to him, but
there's only one thing to do after watching Killer Bean and now explaining it to ordinary folk.
God damn it, Killer Bean.
God damn it, Killer
Bean. You blew my mind.
God damn it, bloody hell.
I hope to God Chris was doing that with his knob instead of his hands.
You will never know, my friend.
The thing is that I have no idea if I'm gonna put that in at the start or just anywhere.
Just have a tiny portion, a tiny portion.
I've got an idea. Can you take that clip of Chris doing it with his knob
And put
it
it
over
the
our
applause?
clapping?
But just like layer it multiple times.
Like an absolute audience.
And no one will ever know.
Jesus
So it sounds like all
Christ.
four of us are doing it whilst clapping somehow.
Seriously guys, grow the fuck up.
I mean, so just ladies, if you're listening, Chris can clap with his penis. Get at him. His number.
He could probably
Hang
do
on.
a pole vault with it as well.
Let me read out his number. Chris, I'm gonna give all the ladies your number, okay?
Are you about to expose me?
It is
That sounded suspiciously like my mum's there for a second.
Oh.
you better believe I actually have your mom's number. You better believe I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
I have mom's number as well. I'm just
I-
mothers love me.
I used to have Brad's mom number on my old device.
Oh, do you want it? I'll give it you afterwards.
It's been lost through
I'll
the
give it you afterwards,
through
Chris.
the years.
It's like a sacred text I will go hunting for one day.
Yeah, Chris, don't worry, I'll bleep that out. That was your
Like the Elder Scrolls.
That was fully your actual phone number, like.
I know.
I'm sure he knows his own phone number, Dan.
I didn't for ages. Like, I'd go to like my AIDS tests, and they'd be like, "What's your phone number?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know."
To be fair, I didn't know mine for many a year.
I've never had an AIDS test, guys. I was joking, lol. Just kidding, gamer. Because if we can all agree on one thing, it's that STIs are funny.
True.
Well. So I think that's gonna be it for today, folks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is this show is forever changing, and quite frankly, if you don't like it, fuck off. We don't always just have to review films. Sometimes we can just chill out and talk about Killer Bean in a very vague way.
Hang on,
As I've said, this show is probably best to fall asleep to because it's so boring. It's so calm that you could put it on just before you want to go to sleep. Give it to your kids. Your kids are cool with us saying fuck, right?
Hang on a second, Dan.
Yeah.
You
Hello.
just said it's changing from reviewing movies, but isn't that exactly what we just did?
Did any of us review it? Did any of us review it?
So I'm going to give Killer Bean a 10
No!
out of 10.
Yes. This is the one case I will give a 10 out of 10.
You're breaking your golden rule just for this film.
It's slightly better than Revenge of the Sith.
Only slightly.
Only slightly.
And guess what? You guys would be able to hear our opinions on Revenge of the Sith if any of you watched our Star Wars episode, which you didn't. I thought the algorithm would have been on my side. No!
So go back immediately and watch that now.
Yeah, right now if you want to listen to us four, and we're all super drunk. So, yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
None of us say anything controversial.
No.
Never.
No.
Or do we not? Or do we? Well, you have to find out,
You'll have to watch the video.
Got him.
Joe went to business school just to do that.
Amen.
Amen, brother. So, thank you for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, cool, thank you. Follow us because, I don't know, it probably does something to help us. Leave a review if you want. I don't really care. Nobody does, so don't feel the need. But if you do want to, say something funny and maybe we'll laugh at it.
I will.
Thanks. No, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to make people think it's somebody else doing it.
Okay.
Alright, just remember to do that in future, okay? Don't expose this show to the 16 even 16's calling it. Last week we got 4 listeners. Jesus Christ, none of you like Scott Pilgrim, do you?
Sorry, Mother.
None of you like Scott Pilgrim. Holy shit. You know, I'm kind of tempted to just, on the YouTube version of this, just do that thumbnail I was on about with Kobe on one side and Killer Bean on the other. And just 11 similarities.
Paying his life a credit.
A nice tribute.
Tribute, yeah.
He wishes he was as big as Killer Bean.
Rest in peace, King. So, yeah.
Killer Bean wouldn't have died in that helicopter.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Killer Bean would have breakdanced his way out of it, bro. Yeah, can you not speak bad on a basketballer's name? You know that's Joe's true passion in life.
Yes.
So
sorry, cut that out. Blur it.
I'm definitely not going to. So from all of us here at Talking Shizzle, thank you. Subscribe, like, don't dislike. That's rude. Joe, what are you gonna do for them if they like the video?
If you like the video, yeah, I'm gonna burst through your front window and choke you.
Oh wow, you're bringing it back.
Yeah.
That's cool. Brad, what was your thing from?
I thought that's what I'm meant to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can change it week to week. You can keep it the same. Do whatever you
I
want.
might change it next week.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, listen out for that next week. Come back. And if you guys didn't hear the wrestling episode, if you like these videos as well, Brad will also give you a firm pat on the back. So there's a double whammy right there.
Yes.
Chris?
Yeah, Chris, do you want to do something for them? Would you just clap your penis in front of them?
I could play a game at chess if that's your thing.
If you like chess, Chris will beat you at chess.
Nice.
And and to be fair, if you manage to, if you get in that situation, then you manage to somehow beat Chris at chess, I will PayPal you £2.50. That's a promise. That is a promise. That's an actual promise right there. Yeah, it's a lot of money on the line. And if you like the video, I will do nothing for you because I'm selfish. So, yeah, from all of us here at Talking Chisel, go watch Killer Bean. And goodbye. Have a safe and lovely time.
That's enough from us. Fuck off.
Chris, clap your dick for the outro.
No.
Bye, guys.
I'm already worried about how the first clip's going to be used.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that while I was recording. I'm going to abuse that.
Lol. Lol.
Okay, actually, bye, everybody. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Bye.